How are we all doing? It's funny to ask that question when nobody has actually tuned in yet. I have a couple of to-do items that I need to address right now. And while I address them, perhaps some folks will come on this live stream. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to share. We are going to share this live stream because sharing is caring. Which is just what I did. So I just shared it. So now it's on my timeline. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're not live anywhere else except for in the actual flesh here in North Central Austin. Hello, Jim Carroll. It's nice to see you here. Yeah, I did my sharing thing. I changed the battery in my little headstock tuner, which is good news, because while it worked before, I couldn't really see it all that well. But I'm gonna tune. The other thing that happened is yesterday I changed the strings on my guitar. It was a spiritual moment. Well, hello to Eric, and my mom is on, and Sue, hello to you as well. Thank you for saying hi. That helps. If you're just jumping on, if you're just checking this out, saying hello in the comments really definitely helps. And you know, if you're inclined to share the stream with your friends and let them know that you're watching, that's also super great. And there are tip links. But I don't know. It's September 23rd. It's 12:02. I have a new battery in my tuner. The world is kind of falling apart around us. If you have a song you'd like me to play at some point over the next hour, please let me know. And I will try to play it. If it's mine, there are so many new songs. Hey, Genesis. There are so many new songs that I don't know them all. So if I've played something over the last couple months and you're like, play that one, I might be like, I just don't remember it. Which is kind of a nice problem to have. I'll probably talk a little bit more on this stream because there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. But I'll be playing songs again. If there's something you want to hear, Anika, that I will play that. Yeah, I changed my strings yesterday. It had been probably around 6 months, I think. I think it had been about 6 months. It has rained in Austin a little bit over the last couple of days, so the backyard is maybe looking a little bit greener than you have seen it in the past. And that also probably means that there are going to be tremendous amounts of mosquitoes that are attempting to eat me alive during the course of the next hour. If I make it to the conclusion of the hour, that will be an accomplishment because there are mosquitoes in Louisiana that are killing the livestock. As always, there's no set list. So again, your requests are appreciated. mostly just to keep me on task, as it were. I think I'm gonna play 60 and a 75. Last night's show had an itch in my throat. I woke up this morning, it was gone. Black coffee breakfast, not a cloud in the sky. Feeling shaky, edgy, all kinds of wrong. Played brunch at Charlie's in the LED glare. Started feeling kinda dizzy in my high top chair. But I finished the set, packed up my car, started driving back to Austin. Hope I get that far. I'm doing 60 in a 75, having a panic attack. I just got flipped off and passed by a grandma in a Cadillac. Yeah, tunnel vision, cold sweat, could be a stroke. If I took a sip of water, man, I'd probably choke. I guess I'm in the market for an SSRI, doing 60 in a 75. Well, I think of pulling off, maybe making a call. Don't know to who or what the hell I would say. Maybe try to sing a little, might calm me down. Sorta better not bad, okay. By the time I hit the brasses, things are evening out. I try to listen to some music, but it's twist and shout. That's a little too much, and the sun's in my eyes, so I skip it, and the next one's waiting round to die. I'm doing 60 in a 75, having a panic attack. I just got flipped off and passed by a grandma in a Cadillac. Yeah, tunnel vision, cold sweat, could be a stroke. If I took a sip of water, man, I'd probably choke. I guess I'm in the market for an SSRI, doing 60 in a 75. I guess I'm in the market for an SSRI, I'm doing 60 in a 75. So that I'm sorry, Sue, that you're not great. Something's out of whack, right? I mean, right? Something's out of whack. Something is off kilter. But we wake up and we do our thing, and we go to sleep and we do it again. But something's out of whack. And I have a notion of what will fix it, but there seem to be so many obstacles in the way between here and there that I don't know when it's going to happen. Let's see. September 23rd, this is my weekly live stream. If you like what you hear, share this with your friends on Facebook. There is a YouTube channel also of mine. You can look me up on YouTube. I don't have enough subscribers yet so that I can have like a nice little custom URL. So if you are able to go over to YouTube and subscribe there, that would just be just so awesome. It would be just such a huge help to me if we could do that. Genesis from the East Bay asked me to play this song, Anika, and what's super funny is, so I played a show at the Monkey House, I think it was in Berkeley, with my friend Jordy Bizon and with Willa Mamet, and Genesis came up to me afterward and introduced herself. And I was like, I'm really pretty certain that we've met before. And she was like, no, we really, it just hasn't happened. We have not met before at all. I was like, are you sure? And she said, yeah, we really haven't met before. And so Willa and Jordy and I went out to dinner afterward. And Willa was like, you met Genesis? And I said, yeah. And I said, you know, I really feel like I've met her before, but she insists that I haven't. And I said, maybe she's just messing with me. And she might be. It really feels distinctly like it is going to rain here a little bit. And I'm feeling like a couple of little droplets on me. We have, over these last 6 months, my intrepid friends, we have braved some elements, have we not? I mean, on this literal live stream. In your lives, totally. I mean, it's just like, it's like the universe is figuring out ways to test us with on a daily basis. Yeah, so if it does start to rain on here, I don't know, maybe the computer will get wet, maybe I'll get wet. You will not get wet unless you are outside as well. If you are, that's cool. Get some vitamin D action. So this next one is the one that Genesis requested. It is sprinkling here right now. I don't think it's gonna last. We'll see. This is track 5 on my second record. The name of that record is Tex. And if I can remember after I play this song, I will tell you why it is named Tex. If I had a wooden leg, you'd steal it and leave me stuck up in a hayloft all alone. If I were Heathcliff, you'd forsake me and then haunt me as a ghost when you were gone. Well, I must have had it coming, I can't for sure say how. It's strange I have this stubborn wish you're right here with me now. And I have fault lines etched across my heart like the cracked up perfect patchwork of the Mona Lisa. And the deepest cut of all belongs to you. It all began with you, sweet Anika. Sweet Anika. If I were Jake, you'd be Lady Brett. Your ways would leave me desperate and beguiled. If I were Earth, you'd be the temptress moon, sending light across 250,000 miles. I guess I fall in love too easy, and I move on too slow. But some broken things just stay broke, yeah, that's the way it goes. And I have fault lines etched across my heart like the cracked up perfect patchwork of the Mona Lisa. And the deepest cut of all belongs to you. Yes, it all began with you, sweet Anika. Oh, sweet Anika. All right, so that was Anika. I'm just looking at a comment here from Eric. We are international. Eric is watching from the Netherlands, which is kind of inconceivable to me, but awesome. And what else? So Tex. Why is my record called Tex? It's called Tex because my dad, for some reason, when I was about 4 or 5, started calling me Tex. I think, he had gone to Texas, to far west Texas, to do some research on a book he was writing about Woody Guthrie, which, if you haven't read, you should, because it's a really wonderful book, whether you care about Woody Guthrie, folk music, or anything at all. Even if you don't, you will get a lot out of the book, because it's just really good. It's called Woody Guthrie, A Life. So he was out in West Texas doing some research on that, because Woody spent some time out in far West Texas. And I think he came back from there, and it made an impression on him. Just like when you come to Texas, I have to tell you, it makes an impression on you. It does. I can't quite, I don't know quite how to express it, but it makes an impression on you. See, the thing about that is my guitar is telling me that's a G sharp, and we know it's not. So just get it right. The guitar wasn't telling me anything. You know what I'm going to do, though, to improve your viewing experience? Let's see, is that too much? That's too much guitar and not enough head. That is probably a nice little happy medium. What I've gotten in the past, occasionally when I've done these streams or put something up on YouTube, is people want to see my hands. They want to see me play. Why? I'm not entirely sure. If you're looking for like a really truly excellent filigreed guitar playing, you're probably going to listen to somebody else. For me, it's about the words and about the songs. And I'd try not to embarrass myself too much on the guitar, which is hilarious because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a guitar player. In any case, when my dad went out to West Texas and came back and was working on the book, he was having a recurring dream that he was in the desert in West Texas near Terlingua, walking behind Woody Guthrie, asking him questions, and Woody just simply ignored those questions. After he finished the book, he had a dream that he saw Woody somewhere else and that Woody actually nodded at him, which was my dad's subconscious telling him that Woody would have approved, and I think he would have Woody. Anyway, I went to Terlingua with my friend Claudia Gibson and played a show down there, and I came back from there and I started having recurring dreams about being out in the desert. And the only way I could put a stop to them was by writing this song, which is called When the Ocotillo Bloom. My mom asked for it, and you listen to your mother. It's a little waltz. Oh, Terlingua, I think I've fallen for you. You haunt my Austin city dreams every night. How the land reclines on down to Lajitas, and the sun spares nothing in sight. Be on that terrace at Milagro in the morning, before the heat stakes its iron-clad claim in a ghost town surrounded by flat-top mesas in a desert that can never be tamed. Well, I love you, my darling, with all of my heart. Your mountains, your mescalero moon, and I miss you, my darling, more than you know. But I'll be back, yes, I'll be back when the Ocotillo blooms. I'll be back when the Ocotillo blooms. Quicksilver miners rest side by side in a graveyard with crosses of wood. And Taurus snap pictures get burnt by the sun. And talk of buying up the desert, well, the prices are good. I love you, my darling, with all of my heart. Your mountains, your mescalero moon, and I miss you, my darling, more than you know. But I'll be back, yes, I'll be back when the Ocotillo blooms. I'll be back when the Ocotillo blooms. I love you, my darling, with all of my heart. Your mountains, your mescalero moon, and I miss you, my darling, more than you know. But I'll be back, yes, I'll be back when the Ocotillo blooms. I'll be back when the Ocotillo blooms. That song is called When the Ocotillo Bloom. And here we are on Facebook. Live, September 23rd of 2020. There has been a lot of commentary in the world, in our world, over the last couple weeks, since a movie called The Social Dilemma came out, about Facebook as a platform. Now, I'm on YouTube too, and I've been told it sounds better on YouTube, that the sound is a little better by like an actual audio file. He said, the sound quality is a little better on YouTube. So if you care about such things, jump on over to YouTube and check that out. Now, what I'm not going to do, though, is I'm not going to demonize Facebook. And I want to talk a little bit about why. I think it's important for us to have this conversation. I put up a post about this a couple weeks ago. Or maybe last week, exactly. I don't know. Facebook is a business. It's a for-profit corporation. It's probably a group of various for-profit corporations. They are driven by the desire to, first and foremost, make money. That's true of Apple. That's true of Apogee, the company that makes this. That's true of Martin Guitars. That's true of the Stetson Company. It's true of Banana Republic. It's true of IKEA, which is what this table is sitting on. That's the nature of the world. We rely on for-profit businesses to sell us things that we either actually need or that we perceive we need. I probably don't need this snap shirt or this hat, but I want it. And there are for-profit businesses that exist to provide that for me. They do bad things. They do bad things to their people. They do bad things to other people. They are for-profit businesses. We live in a for-profit world. I remember I was talking about this in law school once when we were talking. We were in an evidence class or something, and there was a discussion about a certain rule of evidence that kind of kept an even playing field that corporations could actually benefit from a little bit. And I remember raising my hand because people were like, "This is ridiculous. I can't believe that corporations are able to do this, benefit from this otherwise neutral rule of evidence." And I raised my hand and I said, look, there's an argument that corporations are inherently evil. And everybody laughed. But my point was that if you're going to have that belief and you want to make rules to that effect, then just acknowledge that's what you're doing. Corporations, there's an argument that they are inherently evil. The purpose of a corporation is to shield an individual from liability for actions that they're taking in the guise of a corporation. So Facebook makes money in a bunch of different ways. And it makes money off of us. Just like Stetson, just like Banana Republic, just like Martin Guitars. And there are a lot of mean, evil people that play Martin Guitars, I suspect. There are people who do bad things and are bad people. That doesn't mean Martin Guitars is bad or evil. There are a lot of bad, evil, stupid, wrong people that use Facebook to spread evil in the world. I don't think that makes Facebook bad. I will tell you that when I found my way to Facebook in 2008 and 2009 and started reconnecting with old friends, people who I really dearly loved and who I'd lost touch with, that was a good thing. At the beginning of this pandemic, when we were scared shitless and we had no idea what was going to happen, we would gather on Facebook for live streams like this, and it helped keep us sane. Or less insane than we would otherwise be. This place is what we make of it. This earth is what we make of it. This country is what we make of it. Eric requested this song about my brother. Not really about my brother. He inspired it. It's called Steady Rain. I knew this woman from Holland in Moscow back in '93. Her name was Anita, but she spelled it with an extra T. It was the wettest June on record, and we pretty much stayed inside. 2 T's Anita said it was good for the farmers, and I'll allow that she was right. Well, you asked me what I was doing back there back then, and I know that I can't say. The only thing I can rightly recall is, the steady rain. I did some work in Samarkand, in Almaty, and Ashgabat. I don't think it rained once all those months, man. Sometimes I just don't get this job. You could send me to Northern Europe I'd be happy just to ride a desk, maybe reconnect with 2T's Anita. That is if she ain't married yet. Yeah, 25 years is a good long run. Maybe I'll just walk away. I don't think they would let me go on account of the steady rain. Well, they say that I'm indispensable, and I'd like to believe that is true. Yeah, but the front lines of this would ever take a toll. Some days I just can't shake these tradecraft blues. Oh, no, no, no. I heard from my little brother this morning. He lives in Franklin, Tennessee. He knows better than to ask me about the work that I do, but he does because he thinks it bothers me. And Tangier is better than Kiev was, and Kiev was better than Tomsk. Well, my next tour might be Odessa. I think that's where my people came from. Yeah, beats a stint in a suit at Langley, where it's all just shades of gray. I just stand out here in my Macintosh coat amidst the steady rain, the steady rain. The steady rain, steady rain. The song is called Steady Rain. My friend Eric from the Netherlands asked for it, and so I played it. If you're here, say hello. If you are inclined to share this little stream with your friends, that would also be of tremendous assistance. There are mosquitoes flying all over the place here, and I'm probably going to get chomped. But I'm going to take one for the team. I ranted a little bit there about Facebook. I am prone to ranting. You might not know that about me. You might have seen me in social situations and thought, that's a pretty quiet and mild-mannered person. I'm not. I'm also interested if there are songs you want me to play. I will happily play a song for you if you would like me to do it, if I know it, and we'll just kind of take it one tune at a time here. Let's see here. I mean, I'm going to be honest with y'all. embarked on this week, I was not kind of feeling like I'd necessarily wanted to do a live stream. Or do any, like, ever. It's a strange time. But I realize that this is basically all I kind of know how to do right now. We'll see. I've got, we'll see. Every other Sunday afternoon, I'd ride down that old familiar road. Daddy just drove, you never said much. Just kept turning the dial on the Cutlass radio. Little green signs ticked off each 1/10 of a mile. I practiced feeling nothing. It worked to keep the tears out of my eyes. Every other Sunday, my mother lived a block or two off High Street, in an old Queen Anne, just barely getting by. Yeah, she'd always be there waiting on the front porch. She'd wave at the car and do her best to smile. Well, Daddy'd wave back and drive away. And I wondered if she ever would have liked for him to stay. Every other Sunday, yeah, the darkness would roll in from the east and settle down on the dilapidated, quiet desperation of that rack and ruin town. We'd eat dinner, make small talk, just us two. And I'd flip on that old black and white TV set. Oh, Mom would sit in the kitchen with the lights off, drink a can of beer and smoke a cigarette. At 9, she'd take a shower. She'd kiss me goodnight. And I'd stare at the cracks in the ceiling for a while before I turned out the light. Every other Sunday, every other Sunday, every other Sunday. That song is called Every Other Sunday. It's on my second record, Tex. It occurs to me I haven't played any songs off the first record, so I think I will do that. If there's anything you want to hear, if you're listening, let me know, and I'll be happy to play it for you. Wednesday, September 23rd. It's 12:40. We're together, which is nice. If you're here and you haven't said hello, drop a quick hello in the comments. That helps. That helps. The song is called Wasted on the Living. I was but a cub reporter all those years ago, working at the Chronicle Observer. Lester Perkins was on trial, and the prosecutor said that Lester had killed his wife and her lover. Well, Lester was a lawyer, and he had an alibi. He said he'd been away at a conference of the bar. The DA found a waitress. She worked just outside of town. She said she'd served him a cup of coffee the night the coupled been struck down. Well, they say life is a waste, you don't the living. They say true love never fades. Burnt up cup of bitter midnight coffee and a debt it'll never be repaid. Yes, the jury was instructed to carefully review every bit of evidence presented. They were out for 40 minutes. Yeah, that was all it took to send Lester away to San Quentin. The bailiff took him out. Well, I must have caught his eye. He stared down at my brand new wedding band. The sound of the shackles, yes, it haunts me to this day. He opened his mouth to speak, but the bailiff led him away. Well, they say life is a waste, you don't the living. They say true love never fades. A burnt up cup of bitter midnight coffee and a debt that'll never be repaid. 36 years later, I got kids and they're all grown. Grandbabies bouncing on my knee. And all this time, poor Lester, he's been sitting in his cell, getting old and reading law books in the penitentiary. Well, they say life is a waste, you don't the living. They say true love never fades. A burnt up cup of bitter midnight coffee and a debt that'll never be repaid. The song is called Wasted on the Living. It's the last track on my first record. Let's see here. Let's play another one from the first record. No, that's not how we do it. We got to do this right. Got to do this right. Play a few more for you, and then we'll get on with our days. Just be nice to each other. All right? It was a rainy night in April, end of our crazy run. We fought about the weather and made love when we were done. You said goodbye, I'll miss you. I said I'll miss you too. Don't know if I believed it, but it felt like it was true. And then you kissed me like you've never done before. Yeah, parting such sweet sorrow. You walked out my door, and I loved you in Montana and in San Diego, from Tacoma to Topeka, on up to Orono. Well, I loved you in your letters, and with the phone pressed to my ear, I loved you everywhere but here. And now and then you'd call me from a million miles away and say you wished we were together. And I thought my heart would break, but it never came to nothing. That busted love we shared, we'd have found a way to argue about the color of the air. And so we wandered through our separate lives. Yeah, you know, love is a smoke made with the fumes of sighs. And I loved you in Montana and in San Diego, from Tacoma to Topeka, on up to Orono. Well, I loved you in your letters, and with the phone pressed to my ear, I loved you everywhere but here. Like a picture painted by Seurat. perfect from a distance, but a tempest closer we got. And I loved you in Montana and in San Diego, from Tacoma to Topeka on up to Orono. Well, I loved you in your letters and with the phone pressed to my ear. I loved you everywhere but here. Yes, I loved you everywhere but here. All right, so we've got Tanya joined. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Anne. I hope things are all right in Norman. And Eric, these mellow versions of the songs are very nice. Thank you. It's kind of mellow. It's overcast, you know. A little bit tough to get the serotonin firing when it's been overcast for a few days, as y'all know. I'm gonna keep it kind of on this mellow side of things and play a song from the first record that I don't play a whole lot. I think it's a little sad, I guess. There's a blue jay. There's always a blue jay. I'm going to finish with a couple songs off the first record, I think. Thank y'all for bearing with me today. I ranted a little bit earlier. If you missed it, you can go back and watch. This song is called Madeline. There's a mosquito that literally was trying to bite my fretting hand. I mean, just no. No. Well, there were three of us. And I'm the only one left. Yes, it's monotonous. Living in this damaged head. Well, my sister's passed away before me. We bickered to the last. They were all I had for family. The ticking clock on a table by my bed tells me I'm still alive. But I packed it in a long, long time ago. My, oh my. My, oh my. Well, this nursing home ain't no home at all. Gray linoleum and dull green paint on the walls. The hospice nurse asked me what I need. I just tell her I'm fine. She brings me chocolates and chicken lo mein. My oh my, my oh my. Madeline, my name is so sweet, and I wish that life had been sweeter to me. Busted dreams all scattered across the years. This one won't be denied. I ain't asking for money, love, or looks. All I want is to die. My oh my. That song is called Madeline. I'm going to play one more and then we're going to all go off and do our things. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all so much for joining. The song is called Watchman. I stand on a battered limestone wall, trying to keep a grip on my nerves. I've been up here long as I can recall, forsaken by the masters I still serve. On my best days I remain unsure that I can be a watchman anymore. This cold wind is too bitter for me, cuts through my coat straight into my bones. I stare out at the wild and angry sea and shift my weight atop these ancient stones. I'm weary of this unforgiving shore, and I can't be a watchman anymore. Gonna keep these torch fires burning and try to stay awake. This outpost ain't my prison, and to die here ain't my fate. It was a just and worthy cause, but I have to say that I've had my fill. So I'm handing off these burdens I have borne, and I won't be a watchman. No, I won't be a watchman. No, I won't be a watchman here anymore. Well, all right. Y'all have a good rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the flip side.